Hello and welcome to Running the Table, the podcast where we run through everything on the table in the world of sports. And today is a huge day in the Big East. Some huge coaching hires happened. And with me, I got a very special guest, a very big Butler Bulldog, Georgetown Hoya, Big East guy, and all around knower of ball, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael DeRosa.
Keep gassing me up. I love that intro. Knower of ball. Yeah, baby.
It's only appropriate for a man of your stature, but he is
Thank you.
here because he is a huge Georgetown Hoya, huge Big East guy, and we're going to break down the hires of Rick Pitino to St. John's and Ed Cooley to Georgetown. So, Mike, are you ready to get after it, baby?
I was born ready. Let's go.
Let's run it. So, Ed Cooley, nabbed from Providence, goes to Georgetown, leaves Providence after 12 seasons there with 7 NCAA tournament appearances and a Big East regular season championship and a tournament championship. And Rick Pitino leaves Iona for St. John's on a 6-year deal after 3 seasons with Iona, 2 tournament appearances, 2 MAC regular season championships, and 1 MAC tournament championships. He also won natties with Kentucky and Louisville and took Providence as well as those two to the Final Four. So some really, really big coaching hires in the Big East. And this is one of the biggest days that the Big East has seen in a long, long time because the Big East year after year just continues to get better and better. The Big East was already a high profile conference because there are 3 teams still playing in the tournament with UConn, Creighton, and Xavier. And then the list of coaches in this conference just gets even better and might be the best coaching conference in college basketball.
I think you're going to have a good argument for any other conference. I don't. It has to be the Big East. There are some awesome coaches in this league, and headlined by some of the guys that just came over. Like Rick Pitino might be one of the 5 best basketball coaches walking the earth, pro or college. The man just wins games. He flew over to Greece and won there too. He can win anywhere. It doesn't matter. He is a winner. Home run.
Rick Pitino is an absolute winner, but so is Ed Cooley. What he did for Providence, he took that program and took them to tournament appearance after tournament appearance after tournament appearance. That can't be understated as well. And for St. John's and Rick Pitino, it's just the perfect hire for a program that's kind of been treading water as of late. And they've been really in the middle of the Big East pack, not really having a direction going up or down. This is an absolute slam dunk. The best coach available to hire, St. John's got him, 6 years. They become nationally relevant right now.
They're relevant immediately. They're going to have a team, and we're going to do like a preseason top 25, 20, something like that in the coming days. St. John's will be in mind. I don't know how they won't be. He's going to bring over talent. And the problem at St. John's, the thing is, the problem at St. John's was never talent. Posh Alexander is incredible. Joel Soriano was a walking double-double, all that. It was never about talent.
Yeah, they had Andre
Coaching.
Corbello from Illinois. He's a dog too. Like St. John's has the guys. You just need the right man at the helm to take them to where they need to go. And what better guy than Rick Pitino? I mean, if he could take schools like Iona, Boston University, coaching Greece, it don't matter. Guy wins.
He's a winner. He's a stone cold winner. He will win wherever he goes, period. But he's going to win at St. John's. They're going to make the tournament. They're going to be consistent. They're going to be relevant again. The Garden will be popping because Rick Pitino's there. Home run higher. It doesn't get much better. They will win games, period. They're back. St. John's is back.
St. John's is absolutely back. And I know Georgetown, on the other hand, that was their plan A, but it's a very, very, very good plan B because Pitino to St. John's was pretty much set in stone. We knew it was going to happen. Nobody's surprised there. But once Ed Cooley got in the mix for Georgetown and that was set in stone, that is a home run hire too, not just from a basketball standpoint, but from a culture standpoint. And we both talked about that like privately at length. Like that is really, really difficult to explain for somebody who doesn't know the history and the significance of Georgetown basketball in culture. But there is no better guy out there than Ed Cooley. I think it is a fantastic fit. It'll take a little bit longer for Georgetown to get nationally back than St. John's, but Georgetown got it, their guy. They needed this.
Yeah. Georgetown wanted Cooley from the start. Cooley was their guy, and they were able to poach him. They paid big money to get him at that. They wanted Cooley bad, and they got him.
Yes, they did.
It's very hard to explain like a cultural significance from people who weren't from the DMV, especially if you don't know who Coach Thompson was. It's very tough, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
he's
write
he's
something.
not
Trying to
like he's
yeah.
not Big John Thompson. He's
Mhm.
Coach Thompson to Georgetown basketball fans. Like that is how revered this guy is. Not just to the Big East and Georgetown, but to
Mhm.
college basketball as a whole. And Ed Cooley is the perfect guy to carry that mantle. Although it comes at the cost of a lot of pissed off Providence fans because of the way Ed Cooley exited, but who cares?
Yeah.
I know
Who cares?
Georgetown doesn't care. And the Big East, the only reason they care is because it's good for the conference. It is good for college basketball if you have more good teams in the Big East that hate each other. That old school, like just absolutely knock down, smash out basketball that the Big East was known for. If the current Big East can get back to that, it's better for college basketball as a whole.
Not only that, too, when you're looking at good teams, a good Georgetown pulls much more than a good Providence. It just does. It that is
Mm-hmm.
in the nation's capital. And if you can get Ed Cooley getting some of these local DMV guys, and there is no one I trust more managing that landscape than Ed Cooley in the world. I think he will be perfect at managing the politics with that. Like you have like 10 good like high school teams, 10 good AAU teams that have two guys that want to play high level college basketball, maybe in the NBA. So there are a lot of guys that come through, and you have to manage all of the egos with some of the players, even. But a lot of the people like managing them around them, like the coaches, they want their guys playing, and they won't send guys to you if you do one guy wrong. Ed Cooley is the perfect guy to manage that, manage all of that. He will get guys into the program. It might take a little while, as you mentioned with Pitino. I'm expecting success tomorrow with Ed Cooley. I think he could do really well in the portal and get some guys coming back home, like Ish Leggett is someone they're going after, and left for a fact. Um, yeah, I think there is like big potential at Georgetown with Ed Cooley. He speaks to like the culture, and he speaks to just. I think he's gonna win. I think he's a winner. He is a winner.
I think he will too. I think he'll do very, very well at Georgetown. And I know personally with my friends that go to Georgetown, like if they don't quite understand, like I had to tell them like this is a huge day, not just for like the basketball program, but for the university because of what this man has the potential to do. Like if they don't understand that, like, they need to like now. Like the entirety of Georgetown, St. John's, the Big East, and college basketball should be celebrating because this is just massive news and just a really, really good day for college hoops in general.
Let's talking about the Big East. I'm looking like there is a program in DC that has just shown they're going to win, and there is a program in New York City that has proven we also want to win too. Everybody else, you either come up with us or you get left behind. Those are two huge basketball markets, and you have the conference like the rights, like broadcasting rights coming up soon. If Georgetown and St. John's can be consistent winners for the next 5, 6 years, longer than that, even if Pitino's rebuild goes really well, oh my goodness. I mean, that is big money. The Big East will be on a national scale. It will be relevant. You're going to have to pay. Everyone in the conference will win a result. And either you are getting left behind, there are schools that can get left behind, or you are coming with us. It is
Mm-hmm.
that their level, this is leveled up. The new Big East was very good. It gave us everything we wanted. It kept the status quo. These moves can move and change the status quo. And that's big. That's special.
It absolutely can, especially with the programs that have been on the rise as of late. Like you see with Shaka Smart, what he did for Marquette, that turnaround was awesome. Sean
Mhm.
Miller coming back to Xavier, that turnaround was really good. Thad Matta, the turnaround at Butler hasn't happened yet, but I think it
We're hoping
definitely
it does.
can. We're hoping it does because if not, we're gonna get left behind. But
Mhm.
I think there's absolute potential for that to happen. Just give it a little bit more time. The profile of the Big East is going to rise exponentially because of all the things you just said. Like it's clear.
That's it. I mean, it's big. It's a huge day for the conference. I think you said at the top, and I agree with you that it's one of the biggest days for the conference in the new Big East era. I think maybe aside from Villanova's two titles, I think this is
Yeah.
right there for number three.
Yeah.
That it changes fundamentally changes how everyone looks at the conference. Creighton proved they can win. Butler's proven at times they can win. Xavier's proven they can win. That they belong at this level. The level's up now. Level's up now. Georgetown and St. John's being back, that changes everything for everybody. It is huge, huge day for the conference.
Absolutely. Anything else to add?
I think that covers it.
Well, that's all we got for today. A huge day for the Big East, a huge day for college basketball, a huge day for your Hoyas and the Johnnies as a whole. But Mike, thank you so much for coming on. Where can we find you? Because I know
Drew, thank
you
you very much
know
for
a
having me.
lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff coming. Main thing, just get on my Twitter at MD the Dream. That's where you gotta. I got everything coming there. We'll shield stuff out from there, like Road to the Garden. If you don't know, you should know. House Enterprise, the big bodies. We'll be doing some more stuff just outside the Big East realm in the next coming weeks or so. Going to be a ton of fun, and of course, the Big East over the offseason. If you need to know about the transfer portal, we got you covered. We got you covered. Let's go.
Nobody covers the Big East like Road to the Garden. We do all the general stuff. We've been running through the tournament at Running the Table. But if you want the nitty-gritty niche Big East stuff, Road to the Garden and Mike have you covered. But if you want more from us, go watch our other stuff and like and subscribe for more stuff. And we out.
Providence, you lost your guy. Uh-oh, Hoya season.